long after getting situated in Belize.
If it's illegal,
that his eagerness
I'll take it.
Evolved into paranoia, mixed with a disconcerting thirst for power. The potential dangers of living in such an area
Engage and
were
eliminate all hostiles.
outlined by a cryptic quote. My fragile connection with the world of polite society has without a doubt been severed. Despite claiming to be sober, John became quite involved with the drinking scene, frequenting a venue known as Lover's Bar near his compound. This was essentially his gateway to an abundance of Belizean
Nervous, aren't ya?
John MaAfee really likes sex. And when you're a multi-millionaire hiding out in a foreign country, what else is there to do, right?
His sex has
More training.
You can't give him
Deploying
1 or 2
utility.
hours. He wants like morning to day. I mean, like you have to be in that bed from morning till the next day, and if you can continue till 7 days, you know, sex.
It probably didn't help that he was experimenting with obscure hypersexual bath salts known as MDPV, which he blamed for his increasingly strong libido and described as the most finest drug ever on a drug floor. The so-called perv powder made it to where you'd be caught for molestation if you walked outside and guaranteed non-stop sex.
Nervous, aren't ya?
John. Sure, he's always been an eccentric man, being as vocal about his sex life as you could possibly imagine.
Nervous, aren't ya?
We're running low on reinforcements.
What did he have you do? Sit on this hammock. The hammock had a hole. You put in a hammock.
Nervous, aren't ya?
Put a little.
Need help.
Just make it one time, that's all I ask.
Okay. He asked you to I've never have done that before. It was an experience for me.
I think I was grateful because I wanted to finish school.
Regardless, the many attempts on his life carried out by these prostitutes sent John into an increasingly paranoid state of mind, which was outlined especially vividly
Sprained my ankle.
community into his own hands.
The fact that you tried to
5
kill
lives
John
left.
McAfee a couple of times makes you look kind of like a volatile person.
Maybe I am. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lethal out. Enemies are out of reinforcements. Move here.
Sprained my ankle.
The lovely people at Ridge
Out of life.
hook your boy Jake to the
Overtime.
up
Get
with one
that
of their
objective.
High-quality, sleek, industrial-grade wallets
okay?
that don't
Just make it one time, that's all I
fold
ask.
awkwardly in your pocket. Did you know most people are still using wallets designed in the 80s? I'm not.
45 seconds remaining.
But it's
Time
become
is running
so
out.
overfilled with old gift cards and receipts that I figured why not get
Sprained my ankle.
that way it literally cannot get cluttered. Society has moved past the need for large flip phones, so why carry around
30
this
seconds
bulbous,
remaining. Let's move.
disgusting wallet, huh? These things hold up to 12 cards and still have room for cash. And the durable materials in the wallet come with
Destroy the enemy force.
Choose from over
Nice
30
work.
colors and styles
Get
before
up,
getting
bro.
10% off on your order today with free worldwide shipping and returns by
Thanks,
going
man.
to ridge.com/Aubrey
Trust
and
me.
use code Aubrey.
I deserve this.
Link in the description below. Massive thanks to Ridge for helping me pay rent for the apartment I'm not living in while I self-isolate my parents' house.
Go here.
For me, it's like this guy's dangerous. And even before he wanted to start killing people, I thought this is a guy who's wreaking havoc on people's lives.
According to Wire,
Nervous, aren't
McAfee
ya?
allegedly drove out from a 22-year-old's home in Belize towards the end of 2011,
Deploying
hoping
utility.
to meet with a man who fired a gun outside the house of one of his girlfriends. Though John arrived with a air rifle, the man nicknamed Burger was nowhere to be found. Instead, John allegedly confronted his family and threatened his life if he refused to give up the gun he used. From that point on, John involved himself in more racial Wanting to gather more intel from the community, he had an entire police
peek
station
one
built
time.
in the middle of Carmelita, a nearby village he thought to be overrun by murderers and drug dealers. According to a local Carmelita resident, Feliciano Salam, McAfee assumed an authoritarian persona immediately upon his. I thought he would come back and introduce himself and explain what he was doing. He just showed up and started. He then armed the cops with M16s, pepper spray, boots, uniforms, and instructed arrests to be carried out around the area. For a while, the police
Deploying
acted as
utility.
John's personal army, willing to adhere to his orders even in the off hours of the day. On top of that, his personal entourage of bodyguards was becoming more diluted as well. Surrounding himself with former gang members, cops, even his head of security was a former officer accused of working alongside drug dealers. Little by little, it was becoming more evident.
5 lives left.
Threatening anyone who dared defy the guidelines he put into place. He imposed a local curfew time while his armed guards patrolled the area with police-grade weaponry, mentioning to reporter Joshua Davis that he was the only barrier between Carmelita and rampant criminality. Despite the locals describing the village as nothing more than a small,
Sprained my ankle.
though John was convinced otherwise. He considered Carmelita to be the epicenter of the drug
Forever.
He wanted to bring justice to the village, but in doing so, John appeared to be building his own police state.
I got your back.
John began to show a new belligerent side of himself by
5
allegedly
reinforcements remaining.
seeking revenge upon those in the community who dared cross it. Dave Middleton was one of those people.
Let's start with my first question. How did you...
Well, I met him.
They're out of reinforcements.
You remember?
Stop.
It's a long story, you know.
So it doesn't have anything to do with David Middleton?
Deploying utility.
Well, he had something to do with that here.
After robbing one of McAfee's properties, he allegedly hired one to kidnap
45
him and take
seconds
him
and
into
this
the
one's
woods
ours.
where he would be violently beaten and brought back to the village. He died only 30 days in the hospital. Now, this little minor rumor, incident, whatever you want to call it, would land John in more hot water
30 seconds to go. Keep it steady.
Want an autograph?
Enemies eliminated. That's what I like to see.
McCoy was looking for. Out of fear for his own life, McAfee arranged a meeting with McAfee at a public venue. McAfee
Just one more
wanted
round.
to gain
If it's illegal,
McAfee's trust, given the
take it.
fact that he was a gangster of the highest level according to the Belizean government. And John knew that in order to keep things from getting out of hand, he needed Mac-10 in his entourage. Only problem is, John couldn't predict just how out of hand things were about to get.
Freaky shit, sir. Freaky shit.
On the morning of April 30th, 2012, the Belizean gang suppression unit was instructed to raid.
Just peek one time.
Deploying utility.
What's up? Warning to 42 armed soldiers in full riot gear carrying automatic weapons.
The Belizean government has become increasingly more suspicious of John's whereabouts, given his amped-up security presence and overall prominent standing in the community. And the mysterious lab didn't help much either. The Ministry of National Security had
Sprained my ankle.
death, although the closest substitute
No, you want
NDPV, there's nothing deemed illegal.
I still look good.
Of course, they were able to confiscate 10 weapons and over 300 rounds of ammunition, filing a charge that landed McAfee in jail for one night until the charges were dropped the next day with the help of a U.S. embassy. Though John was seemingly cleared by the government, his paranoia would only skyrocket from there. Claiming to spot intimidating figures
Nervous, aren't
the
ya?
river, John even recalled being held captive by men with guns in the dead of night. later writing that he was on the run from the GSU, hiding along the beach.
Just speak one time, that's all I ask.
To avoid his ultimate it was safe to say he was convinced the feds were after him. Now, this sense of paranoia could have easily been heightened by drugs, but frankly, it's hard to say. There were so many factors contributing to John's mindset at the time that even he was unsure of what was real and what wasn't. The 2015 documentary
Lethal
Ringo
out.
not only explored John's Belizean activities, but also shed more light on the potentially dubious and corrupt side of his psyche, as the documentary gave John's partner, Allison Adonisio, a chance to air some of the more damning allegations against the million.
We only have 5
Allison had
reinforcements
reported to
remaining.
grown exhausted of
Deploying
the
utility.
paranoid-induced exploits the longer she stayed in Belize, and decided she was going to move back to the States, leaving her lab and John behind. Though according to her,
You okay? You okay?
Out of reinforcements.
which is when
Finish
he
the job.
did the unthinkable.
When I
Just peek
did
one
go over
time.
there,
Deploying utility.
the conversation
Just peek one time.
Lethal out.
So,
45 seconds and this one's out.
Before she was able to finally see her, not too long after he had tried to kill her, she says.
Need help. 30 seconds remaining. Not much longer.
Nervous, aren't you? I sprained my ankle.
We're out of reinforcements. Enemies spotted here.
This is what I do.
45 seconds. Get in there. I'm good. Enemies have been wiped out. First round on me.
Lethal out. It's pretty apparent. Nobody does it better.
Although she claims to have filed a report to the FBI immediately upon her